Welcome to Daxue Talks, a show powered by Daxue Consulting, a China-based strategic market research company founded in 2010. With Daxue Talks, you will stay up to date with all the latest business updates in China. Every day, you will learn from China-based experts who share their knowledge about the Chinese market in 2 to 5 minutes.
Hi everyone, this is Camille Xu from Yinke Law Firm. And I've been practicing PRC law for over 10 years. Yinke Law Firm is one of the largest law firms in China, covering all major cities in China. And I am a lawyer focusing on providing expats living in China for their individual needs. For example, marriage, divorce issues, inheritance, child-related matters, and labor issues. So if you have any questions, you may resort to me while you're living in China. And I speak English, French, and Chinese.
According to Chinese law, who becomes the guardian of a child if parents are suddenly unable to care for their child?
According to the Chinese law, civil law, actually, the first person who becomes the guardian of the child will naturally be the grandparents. Maybe it's not very similar to the Western way of thinking. As far as I know, many expats, they would like to have their brothers and sisters, those are the uncles and aunties, to become the heirs of the child. But according to the Chinese law, this is not an option. Actually, according to law, the grandparents would become the legal guardian if there is no will in place. It's for sure that the grandparents will take care of the children. The second category would be the elder brothers and sisters of the children. If the elder brothers and sisters are already adult, that means they are already above 18 years old. The third category would be the Chinese, and the other close relatives, or the neighborhood committee or the Chinese organizations naturally becoming the guardian of a child.
Are the Chinese rules you mentioned applicable to foreign families?
Yes, you might question that, hey, I am a pure foreign family. Should I, apply to the Chinese laws? And the answer is yes, because we are talking about the accidents, unexpected tragedies while you're living in China. So China will be the residence place of your family while you pass away. And according to the Chinese law, for the foreign families, the residence law or the nationality law could both be applicable to the person. But the court will probably choose one law which it seems more favorable to the child. But in reality, Chinese court will always choose the Chinese laws as applicable law because Chinese court wouldn't know the foreign laws. So yes, the Chinese rules and Chinese laws will apply.
What if the expat family already has a foreign will in place? Define the guardian. Is it valid in China?
Well, if an expat family already has a foreign will in place, well, that's very good. It's a good step. As I talked in the last episode, the foreign wills is not directly recognized in China for many, many reasons: language barriers, the validity, the application of laws. But on the guardianship part, we believe, because we are not talking about assets, the guardianship part, the Chinese law would normally recognize, the guardian defined in a foreign will. But you should make sure that your foreign will is duly translated into Chinese language. And we do recommend that you have this will legalized with the Chinese consulate in your home country. Have a stamp on it, and it will be recognized in China.
Any recommendations in choosing the temporary guardians in China?
Yeah, I mentioned, first of all, you should make sure it must be a close friend. You should make sure that those are the trustworthy people, loving people who will take care of your children, that responsible people. That's the first one. Then we recommend you to choose ones better if you have those friends for example, the Chinese citizens or mixed couples. Those people, because you are sure that they will be in China for a long time. Because I have some cases that people have picked up close friends, but those families leave before the one who makes the guardianship document. They leave China earlier than the person making the guardianship document. So that makes the document invalid, because we are talking about you should make sure that this person is always in China while you are not. So we recommend you choose someone that you are sure will be living in China for a long time. And the last recommendation is that you should pick if you are not sure, you should pick 1 or 2 or 3 backups, because in that case, you could make sure that your children will be under right protection. Even if the first choice is gone, then you have the second choice and third choice.
Any questions? We will find an expert to answer them. Drop your questions in the comments or send us an email, dx@dashwayconsulting.com.